Hi, this is Morag from Academic Skills. This video looks at how to structure business reports to suit your audience and aim. Business reports are professional documents written for different purposes and a varied audience. They are often requested by a person or organization for a specific purpose. This request may come from within your organization or team, or from an external source wishing to engage you in a consulting role. You might be writing for someone who is an expert in your field, for example, preparing a sales report for your manager, or a non-expert, someone who has a completely different background to you. One thing that is common is that in a professional context, people are busy, and this affects how they read. They probably won't read a report from beginning to end. Instead, they may scan for the information they need and read only that section, or they may go straight to the recommendations and go back to read the analysis later. This means that you need to write with the reader in mind and place the key information where your reader expects it to be. The aim of a business report is often to help the reader make a decision by presenting facts and information, interpreting and analysing that information, and making recommendations relating to the specific issue under investigation. When you're writing a report, think of it as a communication process. You, as the writer, have an aim, something you need your reader to know, do, or understand. You need to communicate this to your reader clearly so that they can use the information provided to achieve the intended outcome. The content, structure, and style of your report is determined by your audience and aim. Before you write, ask yourself, what and how much content should I include, and in what form? How much background knowledge can I assume? Would visuals help to clarify this information? What's the most logical way to present it for my reader? Will my audience understand highly technical language, or do I need to write for a non-expert? Let's take a look at the general features of reports. We usually separate the content into three broad categories: front matter, body, and back matter. Front matter is anything that comes before the body of the report. This varies according to the context, but usually contains a cover, title page with a meaningful title, an executive summary, a table of contents, and if you've used a lot of graphics, sometimes a list of figures. The executive summary is a standalone section that goes before the body of the report and provides a complete and concise summary of all sections within the report. It is not a part of the body. The body of a report can vary greatly depending on function. Reports have an introduction, which provides background information and outlines the aim and structure for the reader. The body should be organised into clear sections which present and discuss the findings, with headings to indicate the focus of that part. In some reports, findings and discussions are separate, and in others, you might find each finding is identified and then interpreted in the same section. It's up to you to choose the most logical way to present the information for your reader, and then indicate this clearly to your reader using specific headings. Reports generally have a conclusion to briefly summarise the main findings, which leads into recommendations, suggesting specific actions to resolve the issue under investigation. If the focus of your report was to make recommendations, you might find this becomes a section in the body before the conclusion. It's always best to check the requirements of your brief so you know where to place your focus. After the body, we find the back matter. If your report required research, you would put your reference list at the end. This section also contains appendices, anything that was too bulky to include in the paper, such as heavy data, or anything you want your reader to be able to refer to. So, having covered the main parts of a report, hopefully you now realise, while there are certain common features, how reports are organised can vary greatly depending on your focus. Let's finish with some general tips for writing business reports. As a professional document, consider your audience and aim carefully. Meet the expectations of your audience. Break the information in your report down into manageable chunks and use clear and informative headings. Remember, you're the expert. You need to analyse and interpret your findings. Tell your audience what they mean. Finally, make sure that the overall flow of information makes sense. Good luck writing your reports. For more tips and advice, to register for workshops or events, or to find out what's happening in academic skills, visit our website.